What's up guys, welcome to the channel. Before we get to the actual video, I want you guys to check out the new channel Sensei Beats. I'll be posting anime raps there. In fact, I've already posted a few, so consider checking them out. Your feedback and support will be much appreciated. Now, back to the actual topic here. Today's video is going to be a little more specific, and I know it's odd to do a top 10 anime that you can't watch in public when we're all in the middle of a quarantine, but you get the idea. I made sure to include a few underrated ones so that even you veterans of the subject can take an anime or two off this list. Well then, let's start with the best one. Prison School. Guys, this anime is brutally hilarious. I'm sure that many of you must have watched this countless times. It doesn't matter whether you watch it for the first time or the 100th time, it'll always be rewatchable. The plot is very simple. There are 5 dudes who enroll in an all-girls high school where students live in dormitories. Now, scenarios like these are fairly common in anime, where there are only a few boys and all girls start falling for them. We've all heard this before. But this isn't the case for this one. In fact, all the girls are disgusted by the boys, and considering how the boys act, they probably should be. On the very first night of their high school life, one of the guys is forced into sneaking into the girls' bath by the other boys. He doesn't get discovered, but all the other boys do. From there on out, it's an endless compilation of ridiculously hilarious ecchi moments, a little torture, and then of course there's the booty-loving principal. I'm going to be straightforward with all of you guys on this one. If you guys take away one anime from this video, then it has to be this one. Just go and watch it or rewatch it or whatever. And the dub of this anime is also top tier, so feel free to recommend it to your friends who wouldn't normally watch a subbed anime. Gantz. Compared to the last one, this anime might not be hilarious, but still, it does the job. There are very sinister things that are portrayed in this anime, like bloodbaths, rapes, and all other kinds of violence. This anime is definitely not for the faint-hearted. It's what you might call a questionable anime. What happens is a guy named Kei Kurono is killed. However, dying opens the door to the endless loop of violence and depression. He's in a game, and in this game, his will, his morals, and skills will be tested. He has already died, and therefore he can't die again. So how will he handle this newfound way of living? As I said before, this anime is not for the faint-hearted, so you will either enjoy it or get disgusted by it. Just consider yourself warned on this one. Keijo. I'm sure most of you already watched this anime as well, or at least saw a meme or two about it. So there's a very popular sport in Japan that attracts millions of viewers from all across the country, and the champion is treated as an actual champion. But what is it about? Well, to start things off, only girls can participate, and the rules are also very simple. They have to stand on a circular platform and knock their opponents off of that platform, using only their oppai and butts. The main character, Nozomi, is a 17-year-old girl who takes up the sport after graduating from high school. Her reason for doing so is to help her poor family live a comfortable life. But to do that, she would have to test the limits of her body and soul. By the way guys, Japan does this sort of stuff not only in anime, but also in real life. I remember seeing a video about an idol group that only takes in girls who have a lot of debt to pay and are very poor. Well, it's not that there's anything wrong with such happening. Still, check the internet for such stories. It's free knowledge, and watch this anime. Kanokon. This anime also has some substantial ecchi scenes. The main character named Kota moves from the city to the countryside in the first year of high school. On his first day of school, he realized that a second-year girl named Chizuru is actually a fox girl. Not only that, but other animal spirits also end up setting their sights on Kota. After that, there will be some extreme stuff, but it wouldn't be that far off from what you can already imagine. With that said, if you're into animal-related ecchi stuff, this anime would obviously be quite enjoyable. The story is a little abused though, so just kind of keep that in mind, and with that, we're just going to move on to the next one. Chobits. If there's one thing that I can assure you about this anime, then it is the fact that it'll be different from your average ecchi anime that we see these days. And it's quite old as well, so if you're not into kind of the older style of animation, this one might not be for you. A boy named Hideki lives in the countryside. He is studying hard to get into college, but because he's from a poor family, he can barely afford much, let alone the kind of computers that looks like humans. That's right, in this anime, computers look like human beings. However, one evening as he's on his way back home, he finds an abandoned computer. He takes the computer home and somehow manages to activate her, but she seems to be defective as she can only say one word, and that is chi. So my question is, can a human and a computer fall in love? Well, in anime, they definitely can. Watch this anime for further details. Asobi ni Iku Yoi. The main character named Kyo is a boring guy who is living a boring life, but it all changes when he meets a beautiful cat girl. This happened when he was attending a memorial of one of his ancestors. And then there's another scene in which he's lying in the bed with a half-naked cat girl. It turns out she's from the planet Katian, and she has come to Earth to learn more about its inhabitants, and she just happened to be sleeping in the same bed as Kyo. Anyways, Kyo has to protect the cat girl from organizations that are trying to get their hands on her. Along the way, there will be some hilarious, interesting, and most importantly, questionable scenes. It's a nice anime to watch, and plus it's short, so watch it if you're having trouble sleeping at night. Triage X. Just like the other few anime in this list, you might have seen this one come up in a couple of my other videos, so we're just going to go ahead and go through the description once again. This anime can be explained in a single sentence. Let's say 10 episodes of constant opie and a few explosions sums it up. The main character Rashi is a guy who's lost all things he held dear. He lost his family and even his best friend. It all happened because of a terrorist attack. But after meeting someone who understands what it's like to lose everything, he joins an organization whose goal is to exterminate all these phenomenal terrorists. But not just terrorists either, the organization wants to annihilate all evil, be it a gangster or an illegal weapon dealer or even a politician. If they're evil, they must die. The name of this organization is Black Label, and they go around labeling people bad and then killing them. As Arashi is part of the organization, he works together with a few cute ladies, and whenever they're out on an important mission, opie are almost sure to pop up. Or in other words, the universal law of opie gravitation kicks in. Seikoku no Dragonar. The main character of this anime, named Ash Blake, is known as a problem child. The reason is that even though the dragons of the other students have already come out of their eggs, his dragon never did. And because he's supposed to be the future dragon master, people laugh at him even harder. Little do they know that Ash has a special ability that allows him to ride and tame any dragon he wants. But before that, when Ash's dragon finally hatches, everyone is surprised because the dragon looks and acts like a spoiled girl. As you can see, this anime is about Ash and a dragon girl, plus there's ecchi written in the genre section. Overall, this anime isn't all that different from your average comedy ecchi anime. The only difference is that there's a dragon girl in this one. Musaigen no Phantom World. Suddenly a mysterious virus spreads, and people realize that superstitious creatures like yokai and ghosts that were once thought of as fake actually exist, and they've been living together with humans this entire time. The virus also gives some extraordinary powers to the young generation. The main characters happen to be one of them. His name is Ishijo. Together with him is a girl named Mai, who also got these powers. Other than that, there's not much to talk about. Not to mention the anime is animated by Studio Kyoto, so you can expect the animation to be top tier. The story itself is not that great, but it's good enough. Anyways, let's move on to the last one. Mangaka-san to Assistant-san, the animation. This anime is about a mangaka and his assistant. The name of the mangaka is Aito Yuki. As for the assistant, she's a beautiful young lady whose name is Ashishu Sohoto. Aito is always getting pressured by his editor, and he has no experience with girls, which can be a problem for the manga that he's working on. In the end, he's left with no choice but to ask his assistant to be his reference. Also, he doesn't have just one assistant, there are even more. You'll find out once you start watching this anime. Just like Prison School, I strongly recommend this one as well. The story isn't all that impressive, but when you combine it with the hilarious characters and the comedy scenes, you get yourself a genuinely good, enjoyable anime. There you go, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Before you go, please do go check out my own channel. I do all my own anime videos over on Otaku, O-T-A-L-K-U, so definitely check it out there if you like some of the videos you see here. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as well. You may not like all the anime mentioned, but definitely watch Prison School. If you could take one away, watch Prison School. Be sure to like and comment, let me know what you feel about the anime on the video. Is there something that we missed? Let us know down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and check out Sensei Beats. Well then, see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay safe, watch anime.